that is our today's topic. So before cloud computing, right? So whether we have any of the characteristics in the past, whether the cloud computing characteristics have been adopted in the past, if so, what are those, right? So likewise, only we are going to relate today's topic, right? Evolution of cloud computing, right? Okay, let's have a look back session. So which of the following is cloud platform given by Amazon? Either Azure, AWS, Cloudera, or all AWS. Okay, what about this one? Google Apps Cloud Computing is the shoot of DaaS type of applications that include Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Docs, and others. So you want to identify which service model it is. Either it is an infrastructure or a platform or a software or communication as a service. So it is a software as a service. That is the right answer. Okay. So next we are going to move on to the evolution of cloud. So this evolution of cloud we already know, right? So there is a process of renting something. So here what we are going to rent is the computing services, right? So for renting the computing services, we need the concept of distributed systems, right? So yeah, actually it has been started from mainframe computers itself. At the age of say 1950s itself, it has started, right? So from there, specific kind of technologies has been evolved over time, and now we are having the cloud computing concept, right? Okay, so this is the actual evolution of distributed computing technologies diagram from 1950s, how it has been evolved. So initially we have the mainframe computers in back, then comes the supercomputer, right? So you can also able to see in the vertical axis mainframe development, clusters, grid, and cloud, right? Then we have the evolution of ARPANET, okay, that acts as the backbone for everything. Then the Ethernet, then before that Fines taxonomy, which uses how many instructions, single instruction, single data set, or single instruction, multiple data set. So this you have studied in distributed system. Now you are having, or you are studying the last sem? I think you would have studied in the last sem, right? Fines taxonomy. There you have classes have these classifications: single instruction, single data set, multiple data sets, and vice versa, right? Then followed by the development of Ethernet and LAN that we have studied in the computer networks, right? Then followed by the protocols developed for the these networks, that is TCP/IP, right? UDP, whatever it may be. Then comes the actual internet, right? So with this, we have the HTTP protocols, then the markup languages, then the clusters, right? Then we have a standard specification, that is RFC, request for comment, then followed IEEE for my 802.11 Wi-Fi, everything. Then comes the grid computing, and the extension of grid, what we are calling it as the successor of grid, what we are calling it as cloud computing, right? So in cloud computing, there are many companies that which are acting as the cloud providers, right? So that is what given in the whole diagram. Okay, so in that first we are going to see about the distributed systems. So it is a collection of separate systems, right? But for us, for the users, it appears as a single system, right? So it may spread across the whole world, right? Just they can be connected with the help of an internet, right? So what is the main purpose of a distributed system? Why the distributed systems have been developed? Mailing application illa abdina, I cannot able to communicate. Messaging service illa na enala communicate panna mudiyadu. Initially panna mari I have to send a letter and I have to wait for a week or even a month of time in order to get a reply, right? Okay, so what is the main use of the distributed system?
To share information.
Yeah, to share information, and also in order to share the resources, right? How we can able to utilize the resources in a better manner, right? Even if it is going to be a single system, right, we will be mainly taking care of CPU utilization, right? That CPU utilization has to be high. So for that only we are having so much techniques in order to improve the CPU utilization. எதுக்காக நம்ம OSல CPU scheduling எல்லாம் படிச்சோம்? What happens in case of distributed system? There also we need to increase the utilization power, right? That has to be taken care, right? And also how, okay, we have already noted that the distributed systems main use is to share information. So how we are sharing information? In what ways we can able to share the information? So the main concept we are going to use is message passing system, right? நம்ம send and receive இதெல்லாம் நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம். நீங்க distributed system படிச்சிருக்கலாம், OS லயும் படிச்சிருக்கலாம். Same thing, okay? MPS system, message passing system, we are going to use. If not, then it has to be a not only a shared memory, it has to be a distributed shared memory, right? Either DSM model you can go for, or you can go for the message passing, right? So this concept, we are going to share the resources, we are going to communicate with each other through message passing systems, right? So that is one of the characteristics of cloud computing, right? So நம்ம அப்படிதான் நம்ம ரிலேட் பண்றோம். எப்படி இந்த டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட்டட் சிஸ்டம் கிளவுட் கம்ப்யூட்டிங் கான்செப்ட்ல இது ஏதாவது ஒரு கேரக்டரிஸ்டிக்ஸ் ஆவது அதுல இருக்கா அப்படின்னு நம்ம பார்க்கணும். Yes, it is having, right? So this is how we are relating. Okay. So now tell me which computing refers to applications and services that run on a distributed network using virtualized resources. Either you call it as a distributed computing or cloud computing or soft or parallel. Now only we have seen what about the distributed computing, right? Where the resources will be present in different locations. So they have already given us distributed network. So they have mentioned it as a distributed network. And the distributed network la special enna kuduthirukanga using virtualized resources, right? Appa adu enna type of computing ah irukku? Yes, it is cloud computing, right? Which uses the virtualized resources.